Hey guys, so today I wanted to talk about 10 differences between undergrad and dental school. Obviously it's a huge difference, and so I just wanted to highlight a couple differences. So number one is the number of classes that you're taking. So in undergrad, the average course load is about 5 classes per semester, right? So that comes up to about 15 credits, or if you're a science major, then probably 18 because of labs, like physics and any of the biology classes that you're taking. So that's about, what, 18 credits maybe? But in dental school, you're taking about, last semester I took 13 classes. That's like twice and like just a lot more than undergrad. And so you're not used to this at all. And 13 classes, it comes up to about like 24 and a half credits, which is a lot of credits. So that's one huge difference between dental school and undergrad. So number two is the speed of lectures. So in undergrad, you're covering probably a 50 slide lecture in 2 or 3 days. I can't even remember what it's like. Maybe 2 days. 50, you do like 25 slides per hour, I think, in undergrad. I can't really remember what it's like because I've gotten so used to this. But in dental school, you're covering like 50 to 70 slides per hour. So that's like 1 hour of the class. And sometimes these classes can be 2 hours long. And so you're doing like how many? Maybe like 140, 150 slides for just one day for one class. And that class may be like 3 or 4 times that week. So you can only imagine they move like really, really quickly. And that's like something to get used to. And number three is that the classes are more relevant, I guess. They're just more useful. Like you find a correlation between what you're studying, for the most part, between what you're studying and like how it's going to apply in dental school, right? So for example, dental anatomy is one of the first classes you take in dental school, directly related to what your profession will be, as opposed to maybe when you're in undergrad, you took a class like, I don't know, botany, I don't know, a class that probably has no relation to dental school or you being a dentist, but you have to take it as a prereq or just to get into dental school. So I guess that's one good thing about dental school, is because you're already in a professional field, and so you're learning things that will eventually help you as a dentist, and so that's a good thing. The next is the number of exams. So obviously with more classes, you're going to have more exams, right? So right now, the semester, as I've mentioned in my video several times, we're taking at least one exam a week. And this past week, we had 3 exams. And like, I think the week after spring break, we have 2 and then 3, and then it just keeps going. So that's something to get used to. Like in undergrad, you probably have maybe an exam every, I don't even know, 3 weeks maybe? I know like you have at least 3 exams per class, right? So 15 exams for the whole semester with finals, maybe you come up to 17 exams. But it's just way less. And in dental school, the frequency is just higher. The frequency of exams, like you're just exams. So you have to like get used to that. So obviously, again, with the number of exams, my next point is that you're studying way more, which means that you're sitting down a lot more. So it's a more sedentary lifestyle in dental school as opposed to undergrad, where you didn't have as much to study for, and so you can be involved in a lot more activities and be active and stuff. But in dental school, I mean, you can still do that, it's just you're just studying a lot more, so you're sitting down a lot more. Point is the types of exams. So I had to get used to the fact that in my dental school, almost all the exams, if not all the exams, are multiple choice style exams. So in undergrad, for the most part, you're like writing on a piece, you're actually writing, and you are taking a combination of like styles of exams. So it may be like multiple choice, like some maybe fill in the blanks, and then some where you actually have to like write an essay or a short form answer. Now in dental school, we have a couple of classes that have like fill in the blanks. Like you may have a class with and for that exam, the questions may have like 2 or 3 fill in the blank questions on the exam. But for the most part, all the questions are multiple choice. And then for written, I think right now we only have like 1 class where you actually have to type in a couple sentences as an answer. So yeah, you just have to get used to multiple choice. And I didn't really like multiple choice in undergrad, but when you're in dental school, at least mine, you don't really have a choice. So you get used to it, and you figure out how to eliminate answers that are not correct. so you can pass. So this next point is only, well, I don't really know if all dental schools have it, but at my dental school, the lectures are recorded. So that's one huge thing between dental school and undergrad. Like in undergrad, you had to like attend all your lectures or you missed the class. And maybe if you miss the class, you either go to office hours or you read on your own or you borrow someone's notes, right? So in dental school, because of the amount of material that they provide us, and they realize that, you know, it's hard for people to come to class every single day, they give us the option. They have the option of the classes being recorded online, right? So we have media site. And what's great about it is you can actually watch it live, right? So if there's a class at like 8 a.m. in the morning, and it's raining and you don't want to go to school that day, you can just be at home and you can still watch the lecture live. Also, you can, you know, catch up on old lectures, you can speed them up, you can slow them down, just all depends on like how you're studying. So that's a huge plus, because I don't know what I would do without media site. It's just so much material that sometimes you're not able to keep up with the class, but because of media site, you know, you have that, you can keep up with class. So that's one huge difference that dental school has over undergrad. Okay, so another difference, when I've kind of highlighted that a little bit already, is that in dental school you just have very little free time. I'm not gonna say you don't have any free time, because you can always make like free time. And I say free time like with quotation marks, because every time I feel like I have free time, I just also know that there could be something else that I could be doing. You know, it's not a good habit, because when I need to relax, I need to relax. But that's why I say free time, because there's just always something to do. So your free time is way less here than undergrad. Like in undergrad, you know, you don't have an exam till like in 3 weeks, and some people would study like the night before the exam. I know some people that like could just pull an all-nighter for an exam and then they're fine. In dental school, it's, I don't know that many people that can just pull an all-nighter for an exam willingly. Like there have been times where you don't have a choice, because like this past week we had an exam, we had a gross anatomy final on Wednesday, and then we had an exam on Friday. So obviously there was, people felt like the gross anatomy final had more weight to it, and so spent most of their time on gross anatomy final, and then you just had one day to study for this exam that we had yesterday. So you could pull an all-nighter, you know, but it's not like by choice. As opposed to an undergrad, some people you just don't study, and then you know you're able to pull an all-nighter and you'll be fine. So I forgot the point. That your free time is less and you just value sleep a lot more in dental school. I remember in undergrad I used to take naps during the day. In dental school, I mean, you can take naps too, which is good, but for the most part you're just like studying a lot, sadly. Another difference between undergrad and dental school is getting used to hand skills, right? So you're going to be a dentist, you're going to be using your hands a lot, and you have to train them, you have to like train the muscles in your hands, and just get used to working with the instruments in lab and like making things look as perfect as they possibly can be, right? So one of the first classes you take in dental school in your fall semester is dental anatomy, where you start waxing teeth. And so that, you know, teaches you how control of your muscles in your hands and just what looks right, and just pretty much perfecting an art. And so that's one big thing in undergrad. Like unless you took an art class in undergrad, there's chances are you didn't have to ever do something like this. And operative dentistry is like that too here in dental school, where you actually dealing with a fake patient, you know, with fake teeth, and you have a handpiece, and I have a couple of videos of that if you're interested in looking at what operative lab is. So that's one big difference as well between undergrad and dental school. And last but not least is in dental school, your schedule is just different every day, right? So that's also something I had to get used to. In undergrad, you have a set schedule, right? You know your classes are Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I have class from 9 to noon, and then I have a break, and then I have another class from 1 to 2. And then on Tuesday, Thursday, I have no class in the morning, but I only have one class at night, right? You know it's a set schedule, and it's not going to change the entire semester because you chose your schedule. In dental school, you don't choose your schedule. The schedule is made for you, and the schedule is different every day, right? So, for example, I don't have my calendar here. But, for example, Monday, you may have like 4 lectures back-to-back, different lectures, and in the afternoon, you may have lab. And then Tuesday, different lectures, and then you may or may not have lab. Like, every day is different. There's just no constant schedule. So that's also something you have to get used to in dental school. And then also because we start and finish classes mid-semester, right? So for example, like gross anatomy, we started that last semester in October, maybe November, I don't really remember. And yet we just completed gross anatomy in the middle of the semester, March, right? So we're picking up like 2 more classes and starting them now, and we're going to end with those classes at the end of the semester. So it's just never a constant schedule, because you're swapping, you know, you're taking classes, finishing one here, starting one here. You have the finals for these classes sometime soon, and then while you're taking the first exam from some other classes. So that's very different from undergrad. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed my video. You know, I just try to highlight the few that I can. If I do remember a little more, I will make another video. And thank you for the suggestion, my subscriber that gave me this suggestion, because I sometimes don't know what to talk about on these videos. So if you think that there's something that you want to hear about, like in dental school specifically, feel free to comment so that I can make a video. You know, I don't really like know what to do. I have like a list of things that I want to do, but I haven't had time to do those things. So but if you ask me, then I know like it's urgent, so then I'll do it immediately. All right guys, enjoy. Bye.